gotta make sure that I can get up and go at any time in the early morning hours. It's kind of dangerous. So, in the early morning hours, it's dangerous. I changed my whole sleep schedule because of this. Seriously. I used to wake up super early. I did. And I would go to bed really early, and I loved getting up at like 2 or 3 in the morning, and I would skateboard at this time. I really like the early morning hours because, hey superhero, but you know something, I couldn't get up early anymore because you know how it is in the early morning hours. It's like The Walking Dead, yeah, and it's not safe. And you know, although I thought, oh, I could take it, you know, I'm strong, I could take it, and I could heal them, I could help all those people. And you know, with all the cat calling and literally getting chased and attacked, and thankfully I got my skateboard, and no one can catch the shred sled with Daisy on it. But I literally changed my sleep schedule. And I used to live outside at the beach. It blows my mind that I actually did that, because now that the city put me in my own apartment and I only pay $50 a month rent, so it's basically like not having a bill. Having security and not having people come up to you, that's a real thing when you live outside. And all of us need a home. That's a universal need. No animal would just sleep in the open. If you just saw a horse sleeping in the middle of the street, you'd be like, hey, horse, what are you doing? What are you doing? Like, you can't just like sleep out where everyone's walking around. Every animal and creature is like, oh, let me go duck and get cover. And the fact that we literally move people, and there is a whole lot of people whose lives are just committed to moving people who need a place to sleep. That's it. They just need a place to relax and take a load off. And it is their whole job in life to move people. What if this poor guy screaming. All right, we're gonna move down a little. It's a lot of screaming. I'm gonna say something to the superhero. You make total sense. As I was saying earlier, the guy screaming makes more sense than the people walking around like nothing's going on. There's a lot going on when you see the same kind of tree over and over again. That's monospeciesism, and you see it with all humans, human after human after human. That stresses us out. And there's a reason why there's herds that are meant to graze and move around the earth, and predators that chase them and move them. It's because our planet is a living organism. And just like we're a living organism and we support trillions of life forms, imagine if those life forms were at war, right? That's kind of like cancer, right? So that's what we're acting like. I'd rather us act like white blood cells. Or how about the sex organs that pollinate the planet and take all different life all around the planet? Because that's really, you know, elephants and giraffes love it in California. Don't they deserve freedom? Like, they're here. Why can't they be free? Hippos too. Everyone's like, oh no, the ecosystem. Okay, so we went all around the earth. Like, what makes us think that the other animals are not supposed to go all around the earth too? What is it with us like preventing everything, right? Like, who said that you can't take one vegetable and put it somewhere else? That's absolute nonsense. And if you don't think that's nonsense, look at the court system. separating families. And you know what? They used to convict people for being witches because they would torture them until they confessed. Anyone would confess if you do that, right? That's where all of this comes from. Traumatized conquerors. The guy who got us all to believe in Christianity, that was in like the late 400s in France. And yeah, that king, he decided, because there were all these barbarian tribes, he decided to try to unite everyone with Christianity by telling them they're either going to burn in hell or go to heaven. So it's like, if you believe in this and follow me, then you get this. That, I'm pretty sure that sounds like a punishment and a reward. And that's what a domination system does. It tells us what they think, what their evaluation is, good or bad, right or wrong, right? It keeps tabs, evaluates like our productivity, what we're doing. It's not about attuning to our bodies, regulating with biofields so that I feel you and you feel me and we resonate together, which means we feel each other. It's not about collaborating to meet universal needs. No, it's about punishing and rewarding. Okay? And it's still the dark ages, and I'm really sick and tired of us not breaking out and becoming light. Okay? It's really annoying. I can't wait till we look back and we're like, oh my God, do you remember when we used to have the same kind of tree? And the arbor committee for the trees wouldn't allow us to plant more because every tree supposedly costs LA County money because we have to pay to give every tree a haircut. No tree needs a haircut. We don't have to do this. What are you looking at? See, it's only gross perverted men. There we go, calling them out. It's not women and children, you guys. It's all over my TikTok. There's another one. It's called the Pervert Club. We've got the Old Man Pervert Club on TikTok here. That's member number 18,467. Please don't get so close to me. Pervert Club.
Why don't you shut up?
I don't want to talk to you. Stop. Nope. See, Pervert Club over there. Pervert Club. Oh! Hey, why don't you tell people to love themselves? See, men, very predatory. Don't walk up to women. Don't look at them. We don't give you our consent. No. Pervert Club. No. You could think of me as like an angelic police officer. It's called a lovicer. You're lovable. Think about how lovable you are. That male bowed his head. He wasn't lurking, being a pervert. No. He walked behind me. He doesn't have to walk in front of me. Men, you need to know about this thing that you guys do that really bothers us women. You need to be told, because nobody ever told you. Because if your sister or mother explained to you about bowing your head to women and honoring us goddesses, see, the goddesses are smiling. They're like, yeah, it's true, right? The men, you're powerful. Give your power away to the vulnerable. You bow. And no one ever told you, because you would do it. If you knew the rewards it reaps, you would bow your head. You wouldn't creep, you wouldn't crawl, you wouldn't lick your lips at all. You wouldn't be a disgusting pervert. Gross. Goddesses would flip their hair. We would walk with our shoulders back, sticking our boobies out and our butts too. We wouldn't tuck our tail with shame. No, right, goddess? We would be proud because the men would be bowing. We'd be like, yes, I am a goddess. And we would get taller and curvier and more vivacious and playful, and we would giggle and go, uh-huh. And then we would magically meet the needs of everyone, because goddesses are amazing at multitasking when we are happy. Bow. Bow your head. You're so lovable when you do. All you men have ever wanted is affection. It's true. They love affection. Oh, and they love if you're quiet and watch them. Give them attention, and any kind of attention. Guys love it. All right, it's all they want. They crave it. Touch, affection. It's true. Women and children, get ready, because with the men bowing, the children will be climbing all over the males. The men will be like, oh, yes, I'm a jungle gym. That's where the term came from. It was a man named Jim that all the children climbed on. You could be a jungle Jim too. Look, it's Jungle Carl. It's Jungle Tim, right? Because when you bow your head, the children will laugh and play and they will climb all over you and your muscles will get huge, and that is when the women come in. Because when you have muscles on muscles and they're named after dinosaurs, then the women give you affection too. Chair time, I know. I was protecting them for you guys. And they were providing me a little bit of cover from the perverts. Oh my god, it's raining, man. I wait for the level 10 mega hunks and every other guy, I'm like, ew. But I don't have that reaction to the really gorgeous ones, like you guys. You guys are level 10 mega muscle hunks. We have 3 level 10 mega muscle hunks here. Oh, wow. They're using their incredible muscles to move these chairs. Oh, they're 10,000 pounds. Look at their biceps. They have perfect form when they move them. You look amazing. They are incredible. Look at that spine. The latoruses and the biceps and triceratops. Yes. I'm celebrating the hunks. We got us. New spot.
Yeah, we were complaining about the light.
Got us. 97%. 97% will be sheep. 3% mobilize. Those sheep will call and complain. Next time, just give me a tickle torture and I'll run. Ah! She's gonna tickle torture me. Ah! Why'd you tell her to tickle torture me? Don't call. That means that I get a tickle torture. Got us. She's chasing me. Ah! She's so fast. Ah! Ah! She's sending the hunk after me.
Oh yeah, I'm sitting in the hump.
All right, you guys. Good to see you. There, no, you guys gonna get more clap.
Safe, right?
Everyone thinks you chased me. Hey, keep thriving, Super Squad.
You too.
Keep up the good work. Hey, I stopped the guy from crying.
Yeah, I seen. Yeah, good job.
He was looking over and I was giving him empathy, and then when I'd stop talking about him, he would start screaming. So I was like, yeah, listen to my brother.
Yeah.
It's like, he makes sense. Yeah, sometimes I scream and cry too.
Yeah, we all do.
Yeah. See, you got us. All right. You guys are snitches. Snitches get tickle tortures. Ah! I'm gonna get a tickle torture. Hey, superheroes. Okay. I'm actually gonna walk because, believe it or not, I'm still like a little bit wobbly from my concussion that I had. It was Monday last week, so 10, 11 days ago. It was really awful. So I'm gonna get full armor. Do you guys have ideas? Could you put it like, send them to me, send your ideas. I want full body armor, but I want it to be kind of like Ninja Turtle armor. And, oh, Daisy, I'm gonna fix my eyeshadow. I just kind of like, didn't really. Yeah. Alright, we gotta get a new spot. We'll go here now. We'll burn this spot out. Da, da, da. No. How are you guys doing? So, what's your meaning and purpose? You guys, seriously, listen to me. I need to tell you something. The way that the world was started was just nuts. Like, you gotta study our... Oh my god. Do study history. I hated learning because we were forced to learn. Okay? I didn't like it. Some things that are pretty interesting, like the witch trials. So crazy how they would torture people to get them to say that they were a witch. Like, they would hurt people and burn them. And like, why are you hurting people? That's somebody's baby. It was so violent. You know, this is not us. Also killing all the animals and killing all the plants. You know that the Arbor Committee says that every tree costs money because they have to be groomed. That is so ridiculous. That's why we can't plant more trees. So no. We say no. We say no. That's why Daisy on the mic. Daisy on the mic. Daisy on the mic. Daisy, go here. Whoa. Look at those handcuffs. What? No, thank you. Superheroes. I need us to know that forced learning is not okay. The way we started off, getting separated from, see, the nuclear family is the first wound. The getting like a male and a female together, that is a wound. Because we used to have a tribe. And if you don't have a tribe, then you need a company. So basically the tribes have been replaced by the companies. And now we have, instead of a group conscience, where all of us are moving and breathing and thinking as one. And some of us, we have it in our DNA. We know what tribe is. And we may not have ever experienced it, but it's in our DNA. People who are mostly from African descent, it was just a few hundred years ago, some of them less, where they experienced tribe. And tribe means that you have many caregivers, for one. And if you watch how they touch each other, like rubbing the face and grooming, and the way that they touch each other is so beautiful. They don't worry about being exploited. And that piece, because now we're so corrupt everywhere, you know, now there is the not honoring of consent. And if we honor consent, then we don't really have to discuss violence, because no one consents to violence. And if we're honoring consent, then we also want to know what needs are, because now we cannot punish and reward. Think about it. Advertising is an injury. It causes us to secrete adrenaline and cortisol. It's stressful for our mind, body, spirit. It stresses us. Yet there's advertisements everywhere. That's violence. Okay? Because if we secrete adrenaline and cortisol, then that is literally downgrading us, hurting us, aging us. So that's violence. Okay? It hurt us. No more advertising. No more debt slavery. No more punishment and reward. Those are the dark ages which we emerge from. So bulldoze all of this. I'm sick and tired of you guys having people out here hungry, and then the people that you deem deserve get to have their bellies filled, go in and out, eating extravagance and lavishness, not because of their personality, or because they got clout, or because they've done things for others, or built trust or relationship, but because they paid. And that if you don't see that deserve is ridiculous, if you don't see that, then you believe in stealing. And that world, if you create that world, then you've got punishment and reward. That's a dark world. That's the dark ages. So you got to say goodbye. You got to start trusting each other if you want to be light. You can't charge each other then. That means that everyone's needs are met, because there is willingness and there is capacity. And if there is not enough of either, then we build onto that. We don't give money. That's the dark ages. Are you ready to emerge? Because the witch hunt stuff is not that far attached. Okay? That was just a chain that broke recently. And then the slavery and women voting, you know, we're still forcing kids to go to school and go learn stuff they will never ever use. We're basically just training them, hey, like us. That's what we're saying. We're saying go to school. We're training these kids, hey, we're the good guys. Like us. Everyone the bad guy, we're the good guy. We did it. That's what they want the kids to think. That's what they want us to think. And they suck the life out of us. You really think it takes 7-8 hours a day and then 3-4 hours of homework? You really think these poor kids, that's most of their waking time, being bored, doing superfluous work. And since they are bored, they are not likely to retain that information. Because we are mammals. We learn through play. When will we exit the dark ages? Mofos? Stop paying. I don't pay. I take whatever I want. And you want to know something? What I want, if it's not what I need, I give it away. Because my eyes are so big with all this advertising and shiny stuff. It makes you just want to consume all day. I don't touch money. But I love to give gifts. I love to spread it around. But I still see that then I'm still giving back to the system. I don't want to do that. And you know something? It's better for me and my friends not to eat out of a trash can, but why can't we walk into a 5-star restaurant? You know something? I started doing that. I just go to all the 5-star restaurants, can't do it at the hotels, and I eat whatever I want. I fill my belly. Why should I look through trash and on tables? I go in the 5-star restaurant because the rich people go in there just because they pay. In my heart, my mind, this is my land. And it nourishes all of us more if my belly is full than if it is empty or if I've eaten something from the trash. And you want to know something? I know that I got good looks. I could get meals other way. That's slavery. I won't sell out. And because I won't sell out, I must go without? No. My universal needs are not for sale. And neither am I. And neither are you. What are you looking at? It's always the dudes. Here's the Pervert Club. Number 11,462. All right, we're still keeping track. Women and children are not the ones looking at me, coming over and giving me all the attention. Okay, guys, I know exactly why you're giving me all the attention. It's not the mic. All right? See, and the goddesses, when they give me the attention, they smile, they nod their head. They're not like, their jaw's not on the floor. I know exactly how you're looking at me. Stop looking at women like that. God gave me this body so I could call you out. All right, I like a piranha inside a cupcake. Don't look at women like that. Bow your head and you're going to get the cupcake. If you look at me, you think I'm a cupcake. You can look at me like one. I'm going to be a piranha. That's what's up. So bow your head, and you're a god. And if you act like a god, then we co-worship. And if you act otherwise, you get treated as such. Because we meet each other in the level we are in the stage of developmental learning and growth. And since I do not go down to your level, I just shine the light and call you out. And I'm done. I don't consent. No, it doesn't give you permission to start yelling stuff at me now. No. I don't care what cuss words you learned, what someone else called you. I know everything you're saying to me. Someone else did it to you. You're trying to humiliate me, inflict shame and pain. Someone did that to you. I'm not stupid, and I know I'm not that special. Okay? I know I'm not that special sitting here, a random person, and you walk by and do this to me. You do it to every single other woman. Okay? And I don't gotta be on the mic to experience this. It's just right now I got the mic, so I get to talk about it. Usually I don't want to deal with you men. Gross, I just ignore you. I worked with my therapist. I did a lot of EMDR. I learned how to not have outbursts and yell at you guys as much. I'm still working on it. Because I got trauma. Because when I was a little girl, I had to question every touch. Because it's not just the looks. It's men not honoring consent. If you're not going to honor my consent, if I want you to look at me, then you're not going to honor my consent. You're going to hug me too tight or try to get a touch on certain parts of my body while you're hugging. Or like, no, like, allow me to come to you because I'm the vulnerable. Just like the children. You allow the children to come to you. You don't just like start grabbing and poking and prodding. You know, you start the play with like an air tickle or a little chase, or you don't like start, you know, you go slow. Because with a child and an adult, there's a power over difference that's obvious. And with a male and a female, there's a power over difference that's obvious. And all of us have power, just as children have power and influence and wisdom, and women do too. And our gifts are different. I want it to be a collective giving power away, a mutual bowing to each other in a loving, honoring, acknowledging of each other's divinity. And if we are divine, you're not lurking and narrowing your vision and checking me out. Nope. I don't consent. Don't do it. You bow. And I want you to envision that world. What if what I actually said happened? What if we came outside and there's all these animals, and what do animals do when they walk up to each other? They bow. It's true. A horse or any huge, they all bow. Little ones too, they bow. You know, that's why we always pet them. Pet them on their head, right? What if we all bow to each other? I pet you if you bowed. Right? I'm no different than a puppy. I want to be pet too. And if we all bow to each other, we'd be doing a lot more petting, a lot more affection. I don't know what makes us think that we're not a pet. First of all, I don't want any prisoners, but if a pet get pet, I want us all to get pet. Sometimes I believe that if I just call radical truth out and I speak the truth with love, care, kindness, and in alliance with love, God, nature, that if we all entered the biosphere of the planet, we wouldn't need early warning systems. We would be able to know because we would feel Gaia. Also, we wouldn't have to ask each other. We wouldn't have to talk so much. We wouldn't be telling each other what we think, what happened. That's not important. We would just be doing a lot of feeling. We would be breathing and looking at each other and feeling each other. We'd be spending a lot of time touching and massaging. We would know every single muscle and where it's tight. No one would have knots in their body. Everyone would be groomed. No one would have any little growths or cancers or... No. We'd love each other all day. Take care, superhero. We would bow to each other and caress each other and be like, you're so cute. You're so lovable. And you'd say, yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. I was just bowing my head and looking up at you thinking, look how lovable I am. That's why my eyes are sparkling like this. And then they'd say, you're so beautiful. You'd say, yeah, we are so beautiful. And we would hug. I promise you we wouldn't yell stuff at each other. Hey, why don't you go blue blue? Oh yeah? You're a schmuckala. We come up with these clever terms, don't we? Oh, and we shock each other with cuss words too. We're so clever, right? And then we hurt each other, then we get all that adrenaline, makes us feel so alive, the energy goes up and it whooshes out, and we feel powerful, finally. Just for a little bit, then we feel a little bit yucky. Yeah. But you want to know something? That's not our true self. That's our self that has been dominated and punished and rewarded. That's not our truth. When we're cussing and yelling, getting all angry, getting all worked up, we're basically getting worked up saying, hey, could you please love me even though I'm being my ugliest version of myself? Could you see me as a lovable, breathing being that you could love even though I'm screaming at you and saying things that are terrible and trying to hurt you? Could you just love me? I promise you that's exactly what's going on for every one of us. It's true. Have you ever met anyone and not thought, please love me? No. That's all we do. We go outside and we look around, we look at the tree, we say, please love me. We even wonder, we're like, does that tree care? Like, I'm right here. Does the tree care? We're always saying, please love me. And the truth is, the tree does care. Isn't that beautiful? The tree's like, I love you so much. Hug me. I get dusty if I don't get enough hugs, and there's not many animals to climb up and down on me. And I promise you, that tree right there, every tree you walk by, they know who you are. They're like, oh, you're so cute. Come over here. And those trees are calling you over. And if you don't believe me, the polygraph machine is based off of testing plants for their emotions. And they were able to identify when the stresses would stress the plant and when pain would hurt the plant, and they could identify what the plant was feeling. And that the plant would feel these feelings when the inflictor of the pain who did it walked in the room, and they were able to decipher which human was who. The plants know who we are. Come on. You're living in a fake fairyland if you think that the plants don't love and treasure and cherish you, because you are a gift. Starshine, starlight bright, angel face. You're a god. And you made all of this. So of course everything loves you. You're made out of love. And just so you know you're lovable, I want you to lick your lips, get the little bit of spit in the corner of your mouth, and I want you to smile huge. So big that maybe you drool. Smile. And I want you to do the most evil laugh ever. It's like a love evil. It really clears the throat. And I want you to laugh so evil because you're like, oh, I can't believe that the whole world is so abundant and I get to have all of it. I swear, it's all yours. Everything. And you belong to the world. Not only do you belong to the world, but the world belongs to you. You're flying, and your surfboard is a cloud, and it trails rainbow sparkles. So go in every store. It's there for you. Take everything you want. There's no such thing as pain, because we are not free unless everything is free. So everything is free. Everything is free. I, Daisy the Venice healer, your friendly local neighborhood superhero, have freed us. You can now have everything. It's yours. Take it. And take just a little bit more than what you need, because your eyes are bigger than your belly. And there's a reason for this. You're supposed to give it away. So give it away. Give it away. Give it away now. Yeah. Okay. Give it all away. Let's destroy market economy. Go, 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 superhero. California is the richest place in the world. It's true. Let's take our power back. I'm gonna drop a love atomic bomb. Bomb! It's been a love atomic bomb. It goes down to this molecular level. And it infuses everything with love. Every neutron, proton, electron, every atom. It's been love engulfed. I can't stop thinking about how lovable I am. That's because Daisy dropped a love atomic bomb. What does that even mean? It means we're all free, that enforcers tickle, torture, and they're lovable. So when they come, you just love tornado. You run in a circle around them, and then when their eyes sparkle, they remember who they are. And their weapons dissolve, and their hearts open, and their bulletproof vests blast off so they could give hugs heart to heart with a beating heartbeat in their chest. Yo, that's what's up. It's gonna be a love illusion, yeah. Daisy the Venice Healer. Daisy the Venice Healer. Do not approach. She is dangerous. She is armed with love. Daisy the Venice Healer, you are not allowed to take over like this. Daisy the Venice Healer, get over here. Chase her. Tickle, torture, Daisy the Venice Healer.
There's people that live here. Can you not do that?
I am here to awaken us, okay?
These people pay a lot to live here. Shut the fuck
I live here too, idiot. I live a block away. And I live in the projects, and I don't pay, and I don't like businesses selling our universal needs, because we are gods, and we are meant to do our universal needs. Go love yourself. Go think about how lovable you are, white man. It's only white men. That is pervert number 864,612. TikTok, there is 300 people watching you yell at me. It is only men. You guys see that? You see that? Entitled white men, shut up. Entitled white men, go love yourself. Hey, take that middle finger and caress yourself with it and tell yourself you're lovable. Somebody yelled at you. Somebody cussed at you. That is why you are yelling and angry and fighting to be enslaved, because you love the debt slavery model and you want people to work, because you think that people deserve to have their needs met if they work. And if they don't deserve. And that is not true at all. Because we are here to do God's work. And that is not for sale. You are not meant to yell at people. You are meant to love yourself. I am not the only one you yell at. I am not that special. That is your way of solving your problems. You are your own teacher. You like to yell at people. I suggest that instead you feel your feelings. You talk about your needs, and let us come together and make a world that works. I get to be on the mic because I speak love. I speak for God and for nature, and I speak radical truth. That is why I get to be on the mic. And I don't like entitled white men yelling at me. I don't. I like women and children coming up to me and being curious. I don't really want any guys to talk to me. I want guys to get together and talk to each other. Okay? I want you guys to research global liberation and universal needs and attuning to bodies and regulating with biofields. Co-regulation means that we use resonance. Resonance is when I feel what feelings you feel. And then I care about that. Imagine if I walk over to you and the first thing is not what I think about you and what I want to yell at you, but imagine if the first thing that I think is, what is this person feeling and needing? And I attune to you and I connect with you. And I don't just talk at you and yell at you and make demands and tell you what I think. Imagine if I come over and I'm curious and I'm like, hey, what's going on for you? How are you feeling? What are you needing? And how can I make life even more wonderful? And imagine if I don't say anything unless I know that I have capacity. That I have capacity to be a life-enriching presence. That I will be attuned to you And I will be truthful about me. And if I see that you are not able to care for me, then I will love you. And I know that if I love you and you are snarling and hissing just like that angry white man went the other way, that you will leave. That in the face of love, you will not stay. And what if we love our attackers? What if we hug them? What if we put our arms out? We're like, hey, look, when you say you're going to attack me, if you come at me, I'm just letting you know this is a power pose. I'm putting my arms out because I'm going to hug you. Your anger is welcome here. Of course you feel how you feel. Of course you're violent and you want to attack me. I love you, brother. Look at me. I was attacked too. All right? And because I don't want to attack you, I'm going to love you. I'm going to show you something more powerful. Underneath our attacks is our pain. And we have so much pain. There's so many buckets of tears. Marilyn Monroe told us she was miserable. She was supposed to be happy. So was Frank Sinatra, and he was so miserable too. He was supposed to be happy. This is not working. Let us rejoice. We finally get to be happy, and it's not like happy, like dopamine, like I did good. No, this is like some deep part of us that is inextinguishable. Spiritual joy that comes from deep within. Talking about a beautiful inner light that is so overflowing with love and trust that it will only keep giving and re-energizing and rejoicing. And I know I am protected. I live in a time where I'm invincible, and if I stay by the beach, I'm just gonna ground and root right here in Santa Monica. I live a block away. That guy wanted to talk to me about people live here. I live here. And I care a lot. I care because we are meant to care. We are actually Care Bears. So Care Bear stare. Check your tummy right now. I swear to God, you're a Care Bear. Check it. There's gonna be a picture. That's your meaning and purpose. Check your tummy right now. You're a Care Bear. And there's a beautiful picture. Mine is a heart for unconditional love and an infinity symbol inside it for unity, because I am here to awaken everyone and unite us. So the awakening is the symbol for love. That's why I always say, think about how lovable you are, because that's what true awakening is just falling in love with all of life, all of creation. And then the unity, the infinity symbol is on my tummy, because I am here to unite us. Because we are already one, and we went on the journey of separation to come back together. That is how the journey ends. And I am ready for us to come together and exit the dark ages to light. And this is no religious mumbo jumbo. That is personal. Please keep your God to yourself. I don't want to know your religion. I am talking about something universal that we can all agree on, non-controversial, that you cannot argue with. God's language, our body sensations, feelings, and needs. And if you listen to those, you'll be like, yeah, Daisy, let's go free all the animals and bring them back. Yeah, Daisy, let's have biodiversity and life everywhere, and plants and animals and watering holes. And I'm crying because in my heart, because in a time before this time, I know that I had interspecies relationships with all different animals, not just humans. And I cry because I know of a time when I had relationship with my food and all of the plants and all of the trees. And I would climb them, and they were never dusty and dirty like they are now, because they were always being touched and climbed. And my heart knows of a time past when I bathed, not only privately in my own showers because of amazing technologies that have come and gone many times on Earth, but I cry because I miss my watering holes and I want to shower in lavish waterfall lagoons. Yes, this is true. And you should cry too, because if you close your eyes and look in your heart, you will remember a time when there were hot springs everywhere. And they're here in LA. We cemented the water in the rivers. 1934. Some of you were still here when we cemented the LA River. And I want us to cry buckets of tears. That's worth crying over. Because we get creative and conscious if we release our pain and we don't blame. Snot acts as a really good moisturizer, so you just... Where do you find what? Oh, you could go in... If it were myself, then I would just walk into 1212, which is one block that way, and I would just walk in like I own the place and go all the way straight down the path. So when you walk in the entrance, just walk along the wall to the right and it'll lead you to the restrooms.
1212. It's on the left hand side.
Yeah, and it's right before Wilshire.
Okay, so one block.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Oh, that was a good cry, you guys. You guys. Oh my god. Could you believe, like, it's male after male? What is it with all the guys coming over yelling at me? Isn't it weird that, like, not one woman? Just, please take note of that. It's so weird. Like, statistics, and then when people just live up to them, and they do what's expected. And it's the guys who are benefiting from the system. It's also kind of like you're fighting to stay enslaved. You're like fighting for your slave keeper. You're like, no, I want to stay like this. I don't want to grow. I don't want to evolve. Look, it's healing. I bit through my lip all the way through. And the body is incredible. Like, look. Can you believe that? I literally bit all the way through my lip. And, my teeth, I had a concussion. So, love you guys. Hey, Tuesday, love you guys. She goes, all the men comments talking bad watching. I love how she's laughing and clapping. Hey, love you, Rachel. Love you. Beautiful faces. I don't know what those are called. She speaks facts now, y'all. Oh, that's what's up. Cindy K. That's what's up, Daisy. Yeah. It's almost... Okay, I feel better now. I had a good cry. I'm just gonna say one more thing, and I'm gonna move my spot. It's almost like we're waking up from a nightmare. And now we're waking up, and it's like the beautiful world that our hearts know and have always known was possible. And it's like we're waking up from this terrible nightmare, and we're waking up that we're free. Like, we could speak radical truth. We could be ourselves. We could believe what we want. We could do what we want. Even, like, you know, things like petty crime and nonviolent things, like, we're not getting locked up anymore. We don't have to live in fear. We don't have to live in violence. We don't have to live in shadows. And a lot of us are like, no, we're being surveilled. It's the age of truth and transparency, where our government is going to dissolve. There will be no more secrets, no more hoarding of information and technology. That will all be free for everyone to use. You know how the companies don't want to share? They just trademark and hide and keep secrets. Imagine if that world was over and instead of companies, we had tribes. So just wake up, because the nightmare is over. It's the beautiful world that your heart always knew was possible. I promise you. And my name is Daisy, the Venice Healer. I am just one of the many awakeners. And I am here to awaken and unite us here in Santa Monica and Venice Beach, California. And we are scattered all around the world. There are awakeners like me everywhere because we are in the age of global liberation. So rejoice. It's going to be a lot of snuggling and a lot of loving each other. You're so cute and lovable. Get ready to snuggle. I know you've always been wanting to snuggle. Every single kind of animal and all of their babies are going to be licking and petting and snuggling you. You're going to love it. You'll be on like a conveyor belt of tongues and pets. All of us will. Okay, so please just think about that. And whenever you say, okay, I'm ready, I tap out, that's when this beautiful world begins right now, okay? All right, that's what's up. DTVH. What'd you guys think? Felt good for me. Love you guys. Please think about how lovable you are.